talk about Jamaica and what has been going on since even before independence. But before we got independence, in the 60s and 50s, Jamaica was moving towards international first world standard of country. Believe it or not, our education system at that time was ranked like #1 or #2 in the world. We even got a prize, like a $9 million prize from some world body. But what happened, it's politics. There was money given to build up schools and everything, but the politics of the PNP and the JLP screwed that up, which led up to us getting independence. And once we got independence, most of the property, all the high valued property, it went to party supporters and insiders, and that is PNP and JLP. You see what I'm saying? Now, we have been plagued with unspeakable crime in terms of murder and despicable sort of crime. You hear some of the crime happening in Jamaica, and that has been going on for the longest time. We know you have the PNP and the JLP, and each party governed by areas in terms of like, yo, this is a PNP area, everybody around here have to vote for PNP. Tivoli, everybody, Labour right, you have to vote for Labour right, so it's a stronghold. Now, we heard about CIA changed the trajectory of Jamaican life by getting rid of Michael Manley. We heard Siaga is work with the CIA, and he was born in Boston, and you know, all these different superlative information. Now, things went on, and we had a really bloody 1980 election. Each party, you know, have them strong arm. You hear it every day. You know, say, boy, Grumpy them a fight for the Labour right. You understand? And Bigger Steve them a fight for the PNP, and it's right across Jamaica. Now, through all of this, I want you guys to listen to me now, you know. Through all of this, it's unspeakable murders. You understand? Unspeakable violence. Dating back, you know, from the past in these times. Pitney kill, house burned down, quadruple murder, this, that, Dons running the neighborhood, link with the politician. Every single form of crime and violence, you know, happened to the Jamaican people. One striking thing is that all these crimes, you know, and we could do a rough estimate. You could look at the crime books from 1962, come right back up to 2023 that we're in, and you know, Jamaica only solve crime and I don't want to tell a lie, but they only solve about 30% of the crime. And that's 30% out of 100% leave 70% unsolved. Now, this goes back from 1962. So if you do 1962 to now, it's over 60 years. And they're only solving 30% of crime. Murders or whatnot. But let's focus on murders. So 70% of murderers got away. Isn't it fair to say that's an island of assassins? Isn't it fair to say that Jamaica is an island of killers and murderers and criminals? Given the statistics on what we're talking about, and these are facts. This is not nothing. This, you look at the murders right across the island from 1962. Only these police solve at 30%. Great. So, is it fair to say we's an island of killers and assassinators? Let me know what you think about that. Now, let's examine the murders then in the recent modern time, and the murder pattern and the frequency and the presumptuousness of some of these murders and even other crime. But we notice now in modern time, it seems like more people have firearms, and people just really want to solve their issue by killing each other. We also know that the whole place is corrupt in terms of the police force, the army, the politicians, the people them. Because the police them, they don't respect nobody rights. I think they might respect rich people rights, but even the rich people them in the hills get their rights violated too. So when it comes to the police operating within the Constitution, even if a person is a serial murderer or a serial killer, the police and the army don't operate properly when it comes to that. The trampling on people constitutional rights also aggravates the situation, and the complacency of the politician with the laws make the situation even worse. You know, just talking about it, we can pick out 1,000,001 reasons, you know, like corrupted politician, corrupted police, corrupted army, corrupted people, you understand? And the list just goes on and on, and this is right across the whole island. So we know, like I said, it just seems like more people have more guns, and one reason for that is people are more richer now and people are making more money. It's not like before where only people uptown could wear tight pants or pretty clothes. So now the Jamaican economy has opened and the world economy has opened, and people are able to achieve more, you understand? And by, like I say, achieving more in whatever means, so more money, it seems like people go more for more killings. So the more money people make, the more it seems like they want to kill in Jamaica. And the proof is in the pudding when you look at guys like Beachy Stout with his incredible case of killing his two wives. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But in actual reality, like what Sherlock Holmes said, when things don't make sense, that's really when it makes sense. And the sense in Jamaica is the government has set a precedent and has dropped the ball on the whole country. The government has allowed the police them, the army, to police the people them in a very disrespectful, humiliating way, trample on people constitutional rights, opening up corrupted corridors for people in the community. This is what the government has done. You understand? Then for the people them in the community, they use what they get from the government to hold down other members of the community and punish other members within the community. And punishment, as you can see, the extreme is murder, because most Jamaicans, from what I see, the quickest way to solve a disagreement is like, I am gonna kill you. And that is what's going on in the country today. Now, it's proven. You see the Philip Paulwell story, where the girl fly down the next day and went for the other girl that Mr. Paulwell was sleeping with and had a baby for him, and actually killed the lady and the baby. You see that other one with the policeman, his girlfriend took the little girl out of school and cut her throat. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine the mentality of the people them in the country, or the mentality of the Jamaican people them? Because it reflects in the kind of crime they are doing. The quadruple murder, you know, the real like Wild West. And that in of itself shows what we're dealing with as Jamaicans. Now, there's a lot of things that aggravate this. Like I said earlier, the underpayment of the police, the corruption, the politician, the dons in the neighborhood. But we have become a nation of assassins and killers, because less than 40% of the cases are solved. About 30% of these murder cases have solved. And rape, robbery, all those things too. So how did we get to where we at? And like me say, can we fix that? And how can we fix it? And I think it's fixable. I think we can be the best that we can be with some hard work and dedication. And you know, people have to willing to be for change. But we see in Jamaica and the other Caribbean island, there's enough people who don't want change, even though they complain about it, because they're doing good. I'm just showing you how Jamaica is. Look at the IC commissioner. Now he put out that politicians, you know, should be charged, and the next day he got a shot coming out of a bank. So that kind of shows you the unruly system that we have in Jamaica, believe it or not. He made a recommendation, and as the IC Commission, I think they have a strong hold on him, because he has to report he has to recommend charges to whoever politician violate to the DDP, Director of Public Prosecution. And that is in of itself a little bit dangerous, because the Director of Public Prosecution have the last say, and probably working with other politicians, so that would never ever get to trial or whatever. I'm just saying, that's just pretty much how the system is. The murders them that we're getting, a lot of people say it's mostly in the ghetto and this and that, but I feel like a lot of these murders, they're planned uptown, and the ghetto is what you call ground zero. So most of the ghetto is ground zero, because most bad man, you know, them want fight downtown and then go live uptown, and that's right across the board. But how can we fix this? How can we honestly fix Jamaica? I mean, when you hear some of the horror stories, like the lady's son who the white police boy killed, even how them kill my brother, cause them murder my brother. How do we start to fix this? How can we fix it? Because I am speechless right now. Let me stop this video. Yeah, just now I was a little bit speechless, because when I think about the scope of the problem we are facing. Now, this video is a little bit long, but I'm gonna round it up in a little bit. Now, as you all know, I deal with gangs and stuff like that, and what I've seen is that when it comes to the police killing these men, and some of them young men as gang members, and it's faulty or foul or illegal, I notice a lot of these mothers go to Indicom, and that's their only outreach, and nothing has been done about it. Like Indicom, as far as I'm concerned, they're teethless and it doesn't work. So, you know, I have said over the years, to fix our problem, the government have to go big or stay home, and it can be done. You understand? Singapore did it, other countries do it, even Barbados, you know what I'm saying, I've done it in a way. So it is crazy. We have to go big and stay home. And the people, them in Jamaica, need to be more patriotic. We have lost that part of our consciousness because of I'ma be politically correct, of globalization, but to me that's just an excuse. I just think the government, the country, the people them, we need to commit to change Jamaica and bring it back to how it was. Like I'm saying once before, Jamaica is the second poorest country in the Caribbean, and I don't know if a lot of people who's investing understands that. So people who's investing, obviously they're making money, so they don't give a rat's behind. Anyways, my name is Countryman. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on another video. Like I said, I just need to talk about stuff like this. I'm out.